right when you think you're grounded and you're back in your body and you've got this whole Kundalini awakening business figured out, you are blatantly and bluntly reminded of the profound transformation that's taking place and of just the outer body experience of it is brought right back into your life when you're not really expecting, but you're always expecting it, but you really think maybe I've turned a corner. And it's just, it's very humbling every time it happens. This isn't the first time, but it's just a reminder that this is a very transformative process, and it's not about what you want or what you think you want. It's not about any of that. It's about surrendering yourself to the energy and letting it live through you as you. I know yesterday I was really caught up in more of the egoic desires, so I felt really in my body, and I had all these, you go through those times, you have all these goals and objectives you want to accomplish because you're starting to feel really good and like you've got the situation. You don't want to say under control, but you just feel more stability, which is a nice feeling because this whole ride is very, very destabilizing in a lot of ways, and it can be very rocky and it can be very turbulent, to say the least. So you have, a period of a few days or a week where things are starting to normalize a little bit. And you almost get this kind of spiritual arrogance with it, I figured it out. I got it. I understand. I've gotten to a vibrational set point to where I'm not going to be as much of a victim to the highs and the lows of the process. You think you just kind of not escape it, but almost transcend it. You might fool yourself into thinking you've transcended it, and in that, I'll never go that deep into my shadow again, And then, wouldn't you know it, last night, so I was laying in bed, first started with this surge of energy that came up into my third eye as I was laying in bed, getting almost very close to sleep, actually. So I got this surge of energy that came right into my third eye, so I closed my eyes and I just see this basically fireworks of all kinds of light. And that, initially it's incredible, but you also get that feeling of fear that comes up am I about to go for another ride here? Do I need to brace myself? But that's obviously, it's just a quick thought, and then you quickly surrender and let go of that thought about turning it into any type of fear. It's nothing to be afraid of. So then I remember I was just laying there, and I kept getting these really intense but short bursts of energy that would just jolt my body, and I would just have to hang on, not hang on, but I would just have to kind of try to surrender to it, and I'd just be sitting there and just be so much Kundalini energy vibrating through me. And then one time it got really, really intense, and I tried to start screaming, but I realized it was weird. It was I went into a state that I wasn't exactly in this reality, but I was watching myself scream, but I wasn't screaming. It was I tried to scream at the top of my lungs, but it was more like it was like a really muffled moaning, basically, is all it was. And I was just so weird. I was watching myself asking, why are you screaming? And I could have stopped the energy. I feel like I could have cut the energy off. But even though I was trying to scream, I didn't cut the energy off, and I just let it keep going through me. Because I knew that's what needed to happen. And it didn't feel bad. It was almost like my mind was the aspect of me that was screaming, and my higher self was just very calm and at ease with what was happening, because it knew, I knew deep down that was what was supposed to be happening. So, and then it was so strange. Right before that, I had this thought. It was really strange. It was almost like a dreamlike thought, but it was very real and vivid. The mystical experiences don't mean anything. And then boom, it took place really intensely. And it was just like kind of this pre-knowing, like, listen, this isn't anything to be too infatuated with or to get too carried away with. It's just energy. It's just energy that's gonna move through you, and it is you. It's your life force. You know, it's your life force purifying you and reorienting you. And sometimes that can be really really intense. And you know, the thing is, I just, that played out, and I had a couple more surges, and then I slept really deep. I did, and I don't know if I even dreamed much, but I slept really deep. And then today today's felt like I've been on acid basically all day. It's been very, very interesting. It was, today's been all about, I was walking around downtown Portland. I was there with my best friend. She was studying for school in a coffee shop, so I just went and walked around, and I realized, even though that was all going on, everything's okay. I don't have to listen to my mind's interpretations or projections of it. And what's happening is all that energy came in last night, and it just dusted up a lot of my darkness that was trying to hide away in certain parts of me. So today has just really been all about just embracing my darkness. And it's felt really good. Instead of trying to avoid it or escape it or like suppress it in some way, just let it come up, or to label it as bad. Just not labeling it, just being with it, allowing it to come up, and just opening, and not even opening to it for the purpose of releasing it, opening to it with the purpose of learning from it. Like, this is me, this is my darkness. This is something I have consciously, or I would say unconsciously, my whole life disconnected from. And now I have an opportunity, because of the Kundalini energy coming into me, I have this amazing opportunity to consciously reconnect to it. And that's, I think, a huge revelation in the process. Well, from me anyways, is to experience my darker energies in a very positive and powerful way, and to own them and say, yes, this is me. I love this aspect of me that has gone so unrecognized throughout my whole life. And yeah, just coming, you know, that's kind of been my day. Just kind of coming back to the reality of what's going on during a Kundalini awakening. And you know, you just reaffirming, like, you never know what any day's ever going to be like until it's on, and to allow whatever it is. It could be bliss, euphoria, love, connection. That's easy to allow, of course. It could be days like today, just lots of pain coming up, confusion, just lots of confusion, lots of unknown, lots of just like, whoa, you feel like you literally are in a different reality. Like your perception's completely altered from the day before. I mean, that's a lot harder to allow, you know. The mind has a harder time with that. But that's why it's so critical to find that space, that dimension that's beyond the mind, and to go exist there and to witness it. And that's all. So I just wanted to share that, and just a little look into what I'm going through. But love you guys, and I hope that you are having a very enriching growth process as well. All aspects of it included. So I hope, thanks for watching, and if you got some out of this, let me know. And like always, I'll put my blog below if you want to read that. I don't know. Thanks, guys.